All recently, you've probably seen this video. This is one of two clips released by the Department of Defense. Both videos show a thermal image of an unidentified flying object.
We're going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west.
The videos have been widely shared and scrutinized. A lot of people think that this is the first real evidence that extraterrestrials exist and that they're visiting us here on Earth.
Look at that thing, dude.
There's just one thing. Most people in the scientific community don't think these videos prove anything. People have been claiming to see UFOs for decades. Countless videos purporting to show alien aircraft have been popping up since the invention of film. But this video is unique. It was released by the Department of Defense, which found the video noteworthy enough to study, then release, which is a first for the US government. Until 2012, the DoD says it ran a secret Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification program. The program was funded by $22 million worth of, quote, black money. Those are funds the Pentagon sets aside for classified programs.
Both airplanes see a disturbance in the water and a white, 40-foot long, tic-tac shaped object.
This commander was one of the Navy pilots that spotted the UFO.
I get over to the 8 o'clock position, it's at about the 2 o'clock position, and I decide I'm going to go and see what it is, and it's about 2,000 feet below me, and I cut across the circle, and as I get within about a half mile of it, it rapidly accelerates to the south in about 2 seconds and disappears.
All this seems pretty incredible, right? So why don't scientists care?
So I think it's very, very difficult as a scientist to look at something like this and say anything except, it's intriguing.
We spoke to Caleb Scharf. He's an astronomer and director of the multidisciplinary Columbia Astrobiology Center.
But I would need a vast amount more documentation and context to really understand what's going on here.
Yeah, because I think that's exactly, one cannot tell much from the video.
That's Carolyn Frew. She's an assistant professor at Purdue School of Aeronautics and Astronautics.
Yeah, I would like to know more about what the wind was, kind of what was the turbulence.
There's a lot of unexplained natural phenomena on the Earth and in the Earth's atmosphere that require further investigation. But again, it's jumping to saying that what you're seeing could be some advanced technological alien spacecraft. That's a really big leap to make.
What they're talking about is the scientific method. Basically, before scientists will accept something as fact, a lot of research and testing has to be done, and it has to take place in a controlled environment.
You can't really set up a thorough, proper scientific experiment. It's all reliant on serendipitous data, and that's one of the most difficult kinds of problems to solve in science. So I'm not surprised that we don't have a good answer yet.
But these videos were released by the US government. There has to be some significance there, right?
I suppose there's a spirit of openness about it, and if you don't know what you're looking at, then throw it out to the world and say, look, this is what we got. You can interpret it in a variety of different ways.
If we're just going off of the scientific method, hard evidence and a cacophony of data are the best metrics for explaining this phenomena. But what if you did see it for yourself? Would you still need an experiment to explain it?
So bottom line, what do you think this was?
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
The commander is not alone. The videos continue to be scrutinized by a lot of people who think that this is an alien spacecraft. As for the DoD, other than releasing the videos, they haven't said much. Presumably, they have access to more data from the flight and from reports made immediately after the encounter. Releasing more info could begin to answer scientists' questions. But ultimately, even that might not be enough.
On the one hand, I could be really cynical about all of this, but I think it's wonderful that people are intrigued by phenomena that they see out in the world. That's a good thing. That's a positive thing. Our curiosity is a positive thing. And to be honest, if there are any strange things floating around up there, I'd like to know what they are. The difficulty with this kind of problem is that you can't plan for it.